hello my darlings, and welcome to a very grumbly murmur. Have you ever come out here? It's very atmospheric out here. Anyway, welcome to this little episode. Wrong side, coffee, that's my goodbye side. This little episode, teeny tiny episode, I just wanted to show you, in case you haven't seen them, the NETRACELL missions here at the Sanctum Anatomica with Tag Fur, to be precise. Now these NETRACELL missions, you can take a punch, but cracking a NETRACELL's serious business. It really is. Keep your friends close. Yeah, about that. I did it twice solo and it was fine. Yeah, I didn't realise, because I thought I saw the Deep Archimedian missions when I first started, but it could just be that it was telling me about them when I first opened up the Sanctum Anatomica and I confused the memory in my brain cell. That does happen from time to time. So I just wanted to say I'm here doing Albrecht's Intrati's NETRACELL missions. Wow, somebody's got their armpit right in my face, haven't they? So as you can see at this point, as I'm doing the intro, I've already done two, which you're about to see me do one of them. I sort of thought I'd try it solo first to see what kind of mission it is, and then come out of it and then go in with a squad if I was struggling. But actually I blazed through it solo and it was absolutely fine, which I was a bit shocked by. Then I was like, well, where's the Deep Archimedian mission? But it turns out you need to have done two of these, I think. You also need to have leveled up to rank 5 here, and I'm only rank 4 at the moment, so we'll have a look at that briefly. But yeah, I just wanted to show you this NETRACELL mission in case you've never seen it before or never even attempted it before and you're interested or terrified. I mean, it's saying it's very high. Enemy level starts at 220, goes up to 240. This game mode is intended to be very challenging and tuned around full squads. Be sure to prepare accordingly. Enemy health and shields are increased by 100%. and an additional 50% for each squad member, stacking to a maximum of 300%. So what the hell? Yeah, I'm not happy about that. So that's what turned me off doing it in a squad. I'm sure it's fine with the enemy being able to take the enemies down, but still, there's no respawns. You can only be revived by the Tenet. So if you go solo and you die, it's game over. That's it, mission done. And these are the possible rewards. Either a normal Archon Shard, not to be sniffed at, because you can now Tower Forge these yourself by sacrificing 3 of the same colour. But you also need Stealer from here, 100 per go. A melee arcane, or a Tower Forged Archon Shard, or a melee arcane adapter. And that's not too shabby, you know? Okay, well, I'll just quickly show you, for the sake of this little teeny tiny video of me doing the NETRACELL and being shocked that I can do it solo. I'll just show you my Nether build. Like, he literally just sucked everything up, did he not? Okay, so this is my Nether Prime build. Now it's just my basic build, nothing too special. As you can see, I've got Arcane Nullifier in there, which I think I had for possibly trying to do the Profit Taker, maybe possibly. I left it in there and it seemed to do okay, so I've left it. And I had Raw on there in his 4th ability. I've taken the Tenet Glaxian that I just did a little episode on obtaining and modding up, and this is mostly MH Blackie's build. Hammer Shot and Sinister Reach wasn't in his cold status effect build, but it comes in very useful. I really love the Tenet Glaxian in this mission. My Latum, my beloved Latum, doesn't look like it does a huge amount of damage. Look at its like very poor stats, status and crit. But when you go to the evolution, I've got Evo 1, which was normal. This one was minus 40% weapon recoil, marksman's hand. Then evolution 3 is lethal rearmament. Evolution 4 is incarnate efficiency. And evolution 5 is devouring attrition, in case you're wondering. And my melee is my Valiant Zor, got from, I think it's Hawk on Cetus. And I do have a Riven mod for it, which kind of boosts it up. It's very useful, and I've got some arcanes in there. And my companion, Beatbot Boop, is one of the hounds that you can either get from doing a Tenet Sister, or from the guy on Fortuna, can't remember his name. And I took Beatbot Boop because just seems quite tanky. I think there's a mod that gives them overguard or something like that, and he doesn't go down very often. He doesn't die too regularly, which is important as a companion. But I mean, it doesn't matter when they do, because you can res them now by killing stuff. And And my operator school of focus, I took Xenuric, and that's just because I want the energies, because in this mission you can only pop out your energy boosters once every 3 minutes. There is a cooldown on them. Yes, I know. So Xenuric really does help. I think if you added Nourish, that would help even more. But I mean, energy orbs do drop from the enemies. So I think I'm going to show you probably the last Netracell. I think there's like 5 in a row before they replenish themselves, 4 or 5. And I did them all straight, one after the other, because you know me, I get obsessive. And I don't know if you know this, but in the Netracell mission itself, there are 4 key glyphs that have to be carried throughout the mission. So obviously in a squad of 4, you carry 1 each. They're basically severe debuffs. Now, I went into it the first time, I was like, oh, I'll just pick 1 up. Obviously, I'll just have to carry 1. No. When you go solo, you have to carry all 4. And that's why Neza came in very useful. So, we're into the mission. I didn't speak in this mission because I thought I'll concentrate and then do the talk over after. So, the first thing I did was pop out an energy booster from my gear wheel, but I wouldn't be able to do another one for 3 minutes. So, I will give myself a Xenuric boost. Pop an ability there. That warding halo does come in very useful for Neza. And as for the debuffs, I mean, I felt the pinch the next day when I was doing the next batch of 5, but they do vary in their intensity. But as you can see, we've got all sorts of ones. Void blasts, we've got like increased Eximuses, we've got, I think there's like energy and health. Yeah, lose health every second. Killing enemies restores. And I think there's like ones where you lose energy constantly, or I don't know, when an enemy is close. In the end, I stopped looking at them because I was like, well, if I die, I die. I'm just going to crack on with the mission and not worry too much about them. So now we have our key glyphs, we can get into the mission, and my Glaxion came in really useful on this hoofing it across the map vibe to slow the enemies down so I didn't have to interact with them too much. And I headed towards this first one. As you can see, it says it's optional at this point to like triangulate the position of it. And yeah, I got distracted by the loot in this room. I'm a loot goblin, I can't help myself. But yeah, I haven't actually tried not going to the other 2 white markers. The yellow marker does pop up, I believe, after this first one that you hit. I don't know if you get any boosts or anything happens if you don't go to the other 2, but I was so worried about not doing something correctly that I just went and did the other 2 white markers before I then headed to the yellow marker. But I'm telling you, and you may be able to tell me, that you may not have to do that. I don't know if it's critical to the mission or to the reward tiers. I don't know. Do tell me if you know, or if you've noticed anything. And then once you have actually got the Netracell, whether you do those other 2 or not, the white markers, head to the yellow marker, and then a bit like the doors on Demos with the dragon keys, whoever's carrying the correct one, I think it wanted it. Although I was in a mission with Rye the Pie, my beloved Discord buddy, and he didn't have any of the key glyphs, I don't believe, but he was able to start the Netracell. And I don't know if that's because I was near him at that point or not, but when I tried to start it the once and I didn't have the right key glyph, it didn't work. So I'm not really sure about that either at this point. I'm still working it out. But because I'm carrying all 4 key glyphs, it just worked for me because I'm solo. But I'm not sure how it changes when you have a squad, whether it's more specific, I don't know. Anyway, as you can see, there's red crits. Now, what happens now in this phase of the fight is you've got to reduce the Netracell alert level by killing stuff. And you have to kill it in the red circle. Now, I don't mean to be pedantic, but I was in a mission again with Rye the Pie, and we went into a sort of random squad. And man, they were killing really efficiently. It was an Octavia and a Revenant, and they were killing everything. Hell yes. But it was all outside the red circle, so this alert level didn't go down for so long. Oh, it was so frustrating. Because obviously you're taking a lot of damage. So my advice is try to like lure them into the red circle if you can before you slow them down or kill them or whatever you're going to do with them, and then just go to town on them. And I think it gets down to about 70% before it initiates the next phase, which is essentially you have to go and find this little drone. Now, I've had a few glitchy moments with these little drones. They say they're there and they weren't there. I literally had to come out of the mission I was there for a good 10-15 minutes looking for it, and it had glitched, I think, into a part of the scenery. Not sure if that's a known thing or not, or whether I was just being a complete pleb. I mean, that is possible. But they're teeny tiny, and again, it sort of takes you in the direction of a red circle, and you've kind of got to visually look at them. And sometimes they're up really high, sometimes they're down really low, and they're not highlighted, they're just in an area. I'll show you now. We're getting close to the 70% mark. I mean, I think it's the 70% level. It could be 69. The special number 69. There's a whole thing about, yeah, the servers. Anyway, so now it's taken us here, look, and I'm here, and I'm like, where the frickin' dickety is it? Wandering around looking for it, and it's kind of like right there, you know, it's right there. All you got to do is look for it, you know. Just, why can't you see it? I can totally see it. Can you not see it? I'm just testing you guys, see if you can see it. No, I couldn't find it. I couldn't see it. And look, I'm just stood there staring like, where the hell is it? It'll turn up, I promise. There it is. It's got a glowy blue orb around it, but it's not really freaking obvious, and I may just be being a pleb, as before mentioned. As you can see, there are a ton of enemies now. Now you've shot that first drone down, and they don't take much. You've got to head back to the red circle that you were in before and kill even more enemies. That's right. Carry on the slaying, and I don't wish to depress anybody, but at some point during this phased little fight, the enemy intensity level increases. So let's continue to watch me mullering stuff as best as I can. I didn't like this tile set. I kept going up and down the stairs and finding things down the bottom and up the top. They didn't like it. And waiting for them to come in to the circle. Just like doo 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 doo. Anyway, they came in and I killed them. So I don't know what's going on with NETRACELL alert level, but it gets to like really random numbers before the drone pops up. So as you can see, it got down to I think 32 or 33%. I'm not sure if there's some lore there to that number, but or whether it's just to do with how many people are in the squad or what. But you've got to go off and find the next drone. There it was. This one actually wasn't too far away from the main fight. And then you head back and continue to kill as many things as you can inside the red circle. And at some point, it's going to give us the little treat that things are, you know, increasing in intensity. I don't know if it means just the level of them, as in they're much higher level, more Eximuses, or just how many enemies turn up. I'm not really sure. Again, haven't figured it out. All you got to do is just, you know, knuckle down and carry on murdering things. And what's not to like about that? It's so nice. There you go. We're at 24%. And the enemy intensity is increasing. It doesn't actually specify if it's their strength or whether it's just how many there are. I'm looking around the screen and there's a few more Eximuses, so maybe that's what it is. I mean, I do have a key glyph on me that says Eximuses will be, you know, increasing also. Anyway, you continue on this vein. I think the drone, there's only 2 drones to take down, so you can just carry on murdering stuff until you get down to 0. And that, my darlings, is when you can go and claim some rewards. So you just continue murdering things until, like I said, you get down to the 0. Now, I was really lucky on the first 5 that I did. I think all the rewards at the end of the mission, I got an Archon Shard or a Tower. I think I got 3 out of 5 Tower Forged Archon Shards. Oh yeah, they sucked me right in. Anyway, once you've got down to 0, it'll come up with that yellow marker. Go and hit the Netracell button again, and those beautiful hands, I'm sure they're Albrecht's hands, open and allow you into his inner sanctum. And then there's these cages, and in these rooms there's some lore. There's, I think, probably the original Arthur skin in there for Excalibur, and how he was making warframes at the beginning for, is it Balas? And in one of the rooms it comes up with 1999, which is a bit of lore there, and also The new Warframe 1999. There it is, game. Oh my god. I got so excited when I saw that. I'm such a nerd. I got a tingle when I saw it. Oh. Then you head up the stairs and there's some more goodies up there. There's also something that you've got to shoot in the middle there. Shoot it, pick up those 2 things. I don't actually know what they are. Unidentified items, maybe. Entrati Lanthorn, who knows? I don't know if it's randomized. Probably. That unidentified item is possibly the reward, whether it's a melee arcane or whether it's an arcane adapter or whether it's the Archon Shard or the Tau Forged Archon Shard. I'm not sure if that's what that represents. And that's it. You've done all your murderings. As you can see, the key glyphs have disappeared. We are no longer being debuffed. And during that mission, there were moments where it took the debuffs off me. And then you hoof to the Exito. Try not to get distracted by all the killings and the murderings and the lootings. And then you reap your rewards. And there you go. A Tau Forged Crimson Archon Shard. I probably had a resource booster on at this point, which is why I got 2 Entrati Lanthorn instead of 1. A Riven Sliver. I mean, I've got a lot of those. I really do need to look at some Riven mods. And some Stela. Stella only got 12 from that. I got some Entrati Obel thingies, majiggies. These help you build stuff here. The Stela is important for your helmet when you are using your coalescence segment. You need 100 Stela for Stela. I think for everything that you do on there, whether you're fusing Archon Shards up or whether you're creating new ones. So it's all groove in the hoof. There you go, my darlings. That is a NETRACELL mission. So I just wanted to show you that, my darlings. What do you think of them? They're 200 odd-ish plus enemies, and it was okay. Have you done them solo? Let me know where you're at with them. And I'm hoping to bring you the Deep Archimedean mission very soon, but I have got so many other projects on the go now. Clan Dojo is one of them. Thank you to our lovely Venom for donating his dojo to us to fiddle with. It's still his dojo, still his clan, but we're going to add and improve things. So, my darlings, let's go out to the Murmur, man. I wonder how far you can go out here. All the way? Hell yeah. How beautiful. So, my darlings, I'm going to say thank you so much for joining me in the Murmur. It's so atmospheric, I cannot even tell you. Come out here. Hang out on the edge of the Murmur. Isn't it? Isn't it just a whole atmosphere? Like, who created this? Is that the Zarin man? You can hear that? That's 1999. That's from the... Guys, before I have another sneezing fit, because I'm allergic to everything in the summer, I want to thank you so much for joining me in this very quick little, look at me, I could do a NETRACELL mission and I didn't think I could episode. Let me know, are you doing them? Are you doing them? I'd be interested to know what it's like in a squad. But I'd want it to be in a more controlled environment than just a random squad from the intranets. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Really do hope to see you again in the next one, no matter what that may be. Probably something out here. I love that sound. It gives me tingles and gets me excited. Guys, you take care. I really do hope to see you again in the next one. Join me, because look, this is how excited I am. Deep Archimedean missions coming. I want to call it Yontas. Missions coming soon, I guess. I'm terrified, but in a good way. Okay, love you, bye. Love you, bye. Wish me luck. I'm gonna go and do the rest of them and get more what they called? Archon Shards, yeah, hell yeah. So you take care now and goodbye. I'm so distracted I've had to do a voiceover.